Welcome to the Golden Experience, and today we have Gavin Lira. That's Lira, right?
Yep.
Gavin Lira. I met Gavin at the MDM conference not about a month ago, and he hit me with, I am with the Empathy Firm. What? Wow. Okay, Empathy Firm, and they are into humanizing digital.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Gavin.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I appreciate you having me on the show, brother. It was awesome meeting you in MDM, and I'm glad that we're going to chop things up here for your audience and provide some value.
So first off, tell us about the Empathy Firm.
Yeah, for sure. So the Empathy Firm, I founded it, so I've been in business for around 3 years. It was really founded 3 years ago, but it was more so rebranded recently from Empathy Digital Marketing. And empathy and digital marketing is the number one thing that is missed by so many digital marketers. We're a lot of times we're really focused on the metrics and looking at the data, which is awesome. But a lot of times the way to get those metrics better and to get better results in your online branding and marketing is to know that there's a person on the other side of the screen and to have that empathy to be able to understand your end consumer better than you currently do. The better you can understand that end consumer, the better you can reach them and resonate with them and create fans and people that want to purchase and buy from you. So that's where empathy came from. And then what we do in our firm is we help get people in large press, help with getting verification, help with getting people online marketing needs, branding, podcasting like you're doing now. Just really helping them expand their online presence.
And you can do this all over the country. Is that right?
Yes. We've worked with people. It's kind of funny. Even like Matchmaker.fm, that's like a popular like podcast, host and guest like matcher online. Like we've worked with them. They're from the UK, Canada, the US. Yeah, we work with clients all over the place.
Okay, so how do you connect with those clients? Is it through Zoom meeting, digital?
Yeah, man, that's a great question. So there's a few different ways, few different tactics that we use. Right now, what we're doing, we've closed many clients on the back end of podcasts, building relationships, and then afterwards, just letting them know what we do. Or a tactic that we like to use as well, and this may be beneficial for some of your listeners, is to simply ask for a referral, and then sometimes it piques that person's interest. So we may simply say like, yeah, it was great having you on, like you chat a little bit after the show. And then just, by the way, if you know anyone that would be interested in, getting verified or getting, featured in Forbes or Entrepreneur, or if you know anyone that would be interested in getting featured on large podcasts, right? Just whatever one you want to select to whatever you think that person may be interested in. Just let me know, because that's what we specialize in as well. And then a lot of times people, if they're interested, they'll start asking buying questions. Then and they'll be like, oh, well, how much does something like that cost? What's the process, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of times on the back end of the podcast, that's one. We have 3 podcasts at our company. And it's all personal brands. But we, myself and two of our team members, we have podcasts and we've all closed deals on the back ends of those. It's funny. We're launching one of the podcasts this week, and they've literally made thousands of dollars from the podcast. It's not even live. So it's a really powerful tactic. Yeah, I'm telling you, like we like moving quickly. And we preach what we practice. So we help people set up podcasts for monetization on the back end as well. That's one of our services. But so that's one way. Another way is LinkedIn. We're putting out organic content on LinkedIn. We're reaching out to people on LinkedIn. That's been really helpful. We used to do a lot more. I'm not sure if you or your audience is familiar with LinkedIn automation. That used to be really powerful for us. Hasn't been that good recently. We've gone to a lot more personalized approach with content on that. And then just advertising, Facebook, Instagram advertising. That's a really good way that we've done business. And then, of course, word of mouth referrals. But as you guys know, that can dry up at some time. So that's why we do a lot of that other stuff to have it be more consistent. And then, as Jonathan knows, in-person events as well. Love heading to those, meeting people. You never know what synergies you may meet. Like Jonathan and I, we met because just because we were in the same physical proximity, and I just introduced myself, and here we are now.
Oh, Gavin's a beast, man. No fear. He's a beast. It's like, what's up, man? That. Empathy. Yo, I was like, what? I was like, okay, what do you got to say? I was like, so what anyway? Yeah, man. So where can they reach you at?
Really? Okay, so the best place to connect with me personally would be Instagram. My Instagram, if you search my name, Gavin Lira, Lira, it'll come up. There's just a period in the middle between Gavin and Lira, but if you search my name, it'll come up. Otherwise, empathyfirm.com is our website if you guys are looking to get in touch directly with the business, but you can get in touch with the business through me or through there.
Excellent, excellent. So speaking of MDM, a lot of great speakers there. When you went, what was your expectation when you went?
My expectation was, if I'm being totally honest, my expectation, as much as I'd love to say that it was like, man, I'm going to like kick ass, like it's going to be fun, like I'm going to learn. It definitely was a sense of like a bit of uneasiness because I haven't done this in so long, as many people I'm sure are in that same boat after COVID and everything. And it's also, I'm from Wisconsin, right? I know you're from Michigan, correct?
Yeah, go blue.
So yeah, bro, we're
you're losing Aaron Rodgers, by the way.
We're losing him. I don't think so. But I suppose we'll find out. I just don't see a better fit for him to go anywhere. To be honest,
Denver maybe.
Denver, but like I don't know. I just don't think they really have the weapons that are much better than our current offense. Right. But so with MDM and everything, my expectations really were like, okay, this is going to be awesome. I want to, go there. I want to meet new people, get uncomfortable, make money, learn from speakers. And however, I definitely was nervous going into that, as I'm sure a lot of people were. And it's weird. It's so weird because I literally love talking with people and like getting to meet new people, but there's always the fear of judgment and being perceived as like, maybe because I'm younger, people won't take me as serious, or maybe because I'm X, people won't do X, right? And there's just a lot of different things that can go on in the head, but clearly once I got there, it was awesome, and it met a lot of those expectations.
Did you get a chance to talk to Fleischman?
Dude, I did. He said so get this too. He said verbally he'd come on the podcast. Okay. But I'm still following up with him. I'm a follow-up monster, bro. So he's gonna come on. It's a matter of time. I'm putting it out there in the universe. But yeah, that was another fun big thing. Yes, sir. I love it. Yeah, see, we got it back. Yeah, big. And then underneath that, we got get uncomfortable next to our empathy firm sign.
Bro, there is no growth without uncomfortability. The things that make you uncomfortable is what's gonna make you grow.
Exactly, bro. Like literally, we would not be having this conversation right now if I did not like preach what I practice and get uncomfortable, because it always is like, dude, I did that just how I went up cold and introduced myself to you. I did that to a lot of other people. Some people like just kind of shrugged me off and were like, whatever, like who the hell is this? Some people like yourself met it and they were curious about learning more, and it was awesome. And, we have relationships now because of that. So whatever the downside is, the positives will always outweigh that when you're getting comfortable. Like if I made my decisions based on not introducing myself because I was afraid of other people's judgment on me and how I may be perceived by them, then we would have never met, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a huge proponent of it.
Yeah, man. I'm big on that too. When I go into a situation, so I didn't know Daryl Wazinski is he owns our company here, a brokerage here, and he invited our real estate team to go. We went, and I knew a handful of the speakers that were there. I knew Billie Jean, obviously. I knew Stewman. I heard of Fleischman from Daryl, and I didn't know anybody. I was pretty green to the whole event and didn't know anybody. But anytime I walk into a situation, I always walk into it with, I'm going to be treated how I treat someone. I have no preconceived notions about what I think people think of me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, if you show me what you think, then I have to deal with it. But I go in it. I don't come in with prejudices at all. No. Well, this person looks like this. No, I don't come. I don't come with that air of that energy. I come with the receptive energy. And, I met a lot of people. The people there were just, at least, from my experience, were welcome to meet you and just to network with whoever you are and whatever you did. It didn't really make a difference. And I come in with the confidence, hey, I'm here, you're here, we're all here for the same, similar reasons and whatnot. And it is what it is. I'm going to meet who I meet. Whoever God puts in my path, I'm going to meet them. That's just it. So come up with confidence, and confidence is big in what we do. You can't come in and soft. You got to come like you came like a beast with a confidence. I was like, "What's all right? I feel him." So I was like, "Okay, all right. I see you, Gavin. I see you."
Appreciate it, brother. It's one of those things where what I was referencing that first day, the first half of it, I just met like two people back to back that were kind of like, whatever, like, and then I was sitting there listening to like the presentation, and I was like sitting next to this person I could tell wasn't that interested in me, and which is fine. I was more than open to have a conversation with them. They were just kind of closed off. And then it really hit me. I'm like, bro, we have one life. I'm like, screw this, bro. I know I'm here to help. I'm here to like learn about more people. I'm here to make connections. I'm here to grow my business, and I know I can help these people by doing so. And I'm like, let me just meet some more people, bro. Like at the very minimum, help someone make their day better, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, man, that's totally. I wish I had that approach right from the beginning on that, but that's a great mindset to go in with that.
Yeah, coming in with it. So what are some of the takeaways you got from that? Other takeaways you got from the conference?
When somebody lands on your social profile, finds you online, whether you like it or not, they're putting you in a box. They're putting you in a box because that's what we do subconsciously all throughout the day. Is we make assumptions. For example, when we're driving, that the person behind us isn't going to speed up and crash into us randomly.
Yeah,
just assumptions that we don't even think about. So even when we're not trying, if we come across somebody and their account has a whole bunch of business posts and we're like, oh, they're into business, we put them kind of in that category. And for me, it's like, yes, vanity metrics to an extent matter, because right off the bat, people are going to be making judgments, the majority of people. And then they matter only for those reasons, but they do not matter enough to not focus on actually providing value and to pay for them in a way where they're not actual people, where you're buying followers that don't exist, or you're paying for likes that just are, coming onto the page. Because what matters a lot more, and this is why I love podcasting too, is influence. Influence beats clout 100% of the time, because if you have influence over a smaller even group of people that really like you and your content, those people are going to be not only, it depends on what content you put out, if they'll be your customers or not, but you'll have way more, basically whatever your goal is, you'll be able to accomplish it better when you have influence instead of optimizing for clout or vanity. Because you'll see these stories about some influencers that just post a lot of booty pics and get millions of likes, and then they go to sell t-shirts and they sell 32 t-shirts when they have millions of followers. That's because they have clout, not influence.
Yeah.
When you have influence, that's when you can really help people. That's when you can really also get closer to your own goals, because you've built and people know, like, and trust you enough to follow what your recommendation is or what your solution is to some of their problems.
Yeah.
The question is, how do we put out content that gets seen by people, and then content that people like and will watch again and helps them, so we can build a brand, right? And I'd say the biggest thing with that is, I would start with a podcast like you're doing now, and use the podcast. If I were like really just trying to start, I would use the podcast to really ask smart questions to guests that I have on the show. And especially if I get some bigger guests on, what I would do then is I would take those different chunks of the podcast, like chop it up and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I would put those chunks on advertisements, paid ads, and I would run it to people that follow my account, so they see it enough times where they're like, I got to check this out already. So you're optimizing your warm circle, and then also doing some colder outreach, especially if you have a bigger guest on. Like, let's say if you have David Meltzer on your show, and David Meltzer's done, some different content before with Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary V's followers probably know David Meltzer, at least a subsect of them. So you go on Facebook and you target interest of people that are Gary V, that are interested in Gary V. And then you show them that clip of you and David talking, and you can generate a lot of interest that way as well. But the hardest part is like anything else is getting started, getting the rocket ship off the ground. But the great part about podcasting is you not only get that content in long form, you get the micro content that you can cut up and share, but you also, especially if you're in a local community, like if I had a job or a business that only served the physical proximity, I would be interviewing every single, educational leader, business leader, anyone that is doing good work in the community. I would interview them all, become friends with them. And now everyone likes you when you have a referral. Let's say it's about, if they're a real estate agent listening to this, like just for this example, because I know you're in real estate, they're going to bring their, a lot of their referrals to you. If they're like, yeah, I do real estate, and they're like, man, that was a dope podcast. Like, a sick setup. Like, I liked how it made me feel. Like, we chopped it up. It's a good time. So when you get creative with podcasting, it really allows you to, with one piece of content, therefore go on and do all these other things.
Yeah. So this has been another edition of the Golden Experience with Gavin Lira with the Empathy Firm. Check them out at empathyfirm.com. Again, this show has been sponsored by Blind Lion Apparel. Check out Blind Lion Apparel on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.